The false idea of respect. Most men today confuse respect with noise. They think to be heard, you have to dominate a room with volume, aggression, and force. But here's the truth. Real authority isn't in how loud you speak. It's in how precise your words are. Imagine this. You walk into a meeting at work, a heated family dispute, or even a casual argument with a friend. The air is tense. People are talking over one another. And then you speak one calm sentence. Suddenly the atmosphere changes. Everyone stops. They listen. They measure their words differently with you. That's not noise. That's respect. Today, I'm going to give you 5 Stoic-inspired phrases that are so effective, so sharp, that when you use them, you don't just speak, you command. And here's the best part. You won't need to raise your voice. Stay until the end, because phrase number 3 is so powerful. It can silence even your harshest critics and turn chaos into order. Stoic principle. Words as weapons. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters." In the art of respect, this isn't just advice, it's a weapon. You don't need anger. You don't need volume. You need words that carry clarity, composure, and conviction. The Stoics compared words to arrows, small, precise, deadly effective. With a single sentence, you can pierce arrogance, silence disrespect, and establish authority. Phrase 1. I understand your point, but I disagree. This is the most underrated phrase in the world. Why? Because it shows 2 things at once: respect and independence. When you say it, you're not dismissing someone. You're not attacking them. You're showing that you've listened, and yet your mind is unmoved. You stand firm. Scene 1. The workplace. You're in a meeting. A colleague suggests a plan you know will fail. Everyone nods along. The easy path is silence, or worse, attacking their idea head on. Instead, you lean in and calmly say, I understand your point, but I disagree. The room pauses. You've cut through the noise without hostility. You've proven that you're capable of independent thought. Scene 2. Personal life. Your friend pressures you into a reckless plan for the weekend. Rather than fight or mock them, you simply say, I understand your point, but I disagree. It stops the peer pressure instantly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This phrase is a modern shield. It's respectful, yet firm. Reflection. Question. How many times have you stayed silent in a room because you feared conflict? What would change if you spoke this phrase with calm authority? Phrase 2. I don't find that appropriate. Disrespect thrives in silence. Every time you let a bad joke slide, every time you ignore a boundary crossed, you allow the behavior to live another day. This phrase ends it. Scene 1. Social gathering. A friend makes a cruel joke at someone's expense. Everyone laughs nervously. You don't join them. You meet their eyes and say, I don't find that appropriate. Suddenly the laughter dies. The line is drawn. Scene 2. Workplace. Your colleague tries to undermine you with sarcasm during a meeting. Instead of firing back, you say calmly, I don't find that appropriate. Silence follows. Seneca said, He who respects himself will be respected by others. This phrase is your invisible armor. It communicates self-respect without shouting. Reflection. Question. What boundaries in your life have you let slide because you didn't want conflict? Imagine the strength you'd project if you enforced them calmly with this phrase. Phrase 3. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. This one is nuclear. It doesn't just protect your peace, it rewrites the rules of the conversation. Arguments escalate because we mirror energy. They yell, you yell louder. They insult, you defend. And soon, no one is listening. But this phrase breaks the cycle. Scene 1. Family conflict. Your sibling raises their voice, accusing, blaming. Instead of shouting back, you look them in the eye and say, "Let's talk when we can do so respectfully." Instantly, the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer trapped in their chaos. You set the condition for dialogue. Scene 2. Workplace confrontation. Your boss or client snaps trying to intimidate you. Instead of folding or escalating, you calmly respond, "Let's talk when we can do so respectfully." Now you're in control. You haven't walked away from the responsibility. You've set the boundary that respect is the minimum requirement for communication. Epictetus said, "You may fetter my leg, but not even Zeus has the power to break my freedom of choice." This is freedom in action. Reflection. Question: how often do you let others drag you into their storm? What would it feel like to stand calmly in the eye of that storm, refusing to step into chaos? Phrase 4. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. This phrase is closure. It's the door you choose to shut. Arguments without purpose are traps. The other person doesn't want truth. They want victory. Scene 1. Pointless argument. You're online, debating endlessly with a stranger who's not listening. Instead of typing another paragraph, you end it. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Scene 2. Real life. A friend keeps trying to provoke you with pride-driven jabs. You stop playing their game. Calmly. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Walking away with dignity is the ultimate counterattack. Here's the paradox. People will often respect you more for walking away than for winning. Because true strength isn't about endless battles. It's about choosing which ones deserve your energy. Reflection. Question: where are you wasting energy in endless arguments? What would your life feel like if you stopped giving energy to battles that don't matter? Phrase 5. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it. This phrase is the balance between courtesy and firmness. It acknowledges another person's stance while making it crystal clear. You're not bending. Scene 1. Family. Pressure. Your family pushes their belief or tradition on you. You don't want to fight, but you won't surrender. Calmly. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it. Scene 2. Social circle. Your friends pressure you into joining their worldview, politics, lifestyle, choices. You don't attack, but you don't fold. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it. Seneca warned, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." If you bend to every opinion, you dissolve. This phrase anchors you in self-respect while keeping peace. How often do you betray your own beliefs to keep others comfortable? What would your life look like if you could honor others without losing yourself? Respect isn't loud, it's clear. Now you hold 5 Stoic phrases that can command respect without raising your voice. I understand your point, but I disagree. I don't find that appropriate. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it. Each one is a sword wrapped in serenity. Used with calmness, they cut through arrogance and silence disrespect. not with volume, but with clarity. Respect is not forced. It's inspired. It's not in shouting. It's in standing firm. At Stoic Channel, I teach you how to think, act, and speak with the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, so you can walk through life with unshakable strength. Subscribe now. And in the comments, tell me, which of these phrases will you use first? Because remember, men of noise fade, men of clarity endure.